What's up, fellow Clashers? It's Apollyon here, and I'm bringing you to the next war recap against Russia. Yep, that's right, the entire country of Russia we took on. Well, not really, but, you know, clan called Russia. Not going to do my Ivan Drago impersonation or voice. I'm not going to try to do any kind of Russian things. I won't say that in Russia, the base 3 stars you, or anything else like that. The only thing I can say is Das Vidanya to Russia, if I even said that right. Look at the total destruction, 99.97% from us, and sound victory. We'll take a look at that. We got 1% away from a perfect war, 99% on their number one. So almost, but no cigar on that one. They use predominantly go wipe attacks against us. They used most of their attacks, so we'll just show you what they did to our bases real quick. And cleaned up a lot of them, but they left a lot of 2 stars on the table. So or one more star to get from these bases. So, good job to them. Their bases were common internet bases, which you will see. They did use multiple of the same internet bases through multiple of their bases. So they used quite a few different types of internet bases on multiple bases. So anyway, if that makes any sense, we're going to go ahead and jump into number 6, and we're going to see our Town Hall 8 hit a Town Hall 9. And yeah, Danker is going to go ahead and do this with a GoHo Shattered Entry. I'm pretty sure this was a cleanup attack of him doing that, but he'll drop the poison, miss at least the archer, but maybe possibly miss the dragon too. Yeah, it looks like he missed everything in that poison pretty much, so he had to drag him in there. That archer will go down, but he decided to speed things up, drops the 2 golems in there, and then we'll drop the king to go ahead and beat up on the queen, along with the P.E.K.K.A., but they don't even get to it because the wizards kill the queen super quick. Wallbreaker is going from below. He brings 2 heals and a rage. So no quad quaking into this one. We'll use the rage, and the golem king and P.E.K.K.A. will go ahead and pound through these walls like complete Legos and annihilate them. And the wizards will be doing the cleanup funnel on the sides. Then, as soon as they get into the core here, he'll drop the Asian wall of hogs. And from the top right, all the hogs are done. He's already healed up the core, so he has 1 more heal left for these hogs. No double giant bombs, no giant bomb possible within the base, so he doesn't have to worry about that. He just has to make it through with all the point defenses and splash damages. Still has that heal he's hanging on to. And, they'll make their way to that Tesla that popped up, use that final heal. Skelly traps pop out, but the king will go ahead and aggro on that, and P.E.K.K.A., and we'll take care of those Skelly traps, or at least try to take care of it. Hogs are still making their way through splash damage of the Wiz Tower. That's why the king and the P.E.K.K.A. are following those hogs. They're just kind of doing the whole George thing, and then the Skellies start to go down, and then we're all done here. So we're in cleanup mode. Not too many things are there to clean up, but a couple hogs, maybe 4 or 5 hogs there, some wizards, and the P.E.K.K.A. and the king are still up. So nice hit on a Town Hall 9 from our Town Hall 8. You've seen many Danker attacks. They're always really, really good. Number 8, we're going to watch Yona go ahead and take this with a Mass Hog. This base hit their number 8, our number 27, and it just looks like his hogs multiply like rabbits in here. He sent his derpy giant in to get the clan castle, which is a weird combination of hogs, Valkyries, and loons, which will all die poisony death to the poison. That Valkyrie will hang on to the last breath, and yeah, poof. Okay. So he's going to bring a Mass Hog with a healer in the clan castle and a couple hogs. So he's using a surgical. He just drops his healer right there. That healer will go ahead and start healing those hogs that have been hit, and he brings 3 heals along with them. He'll heal the first one in the core. They just seem to keep going and going and going, an endless amount of hogs. That healer, I don't know if it really made too much of a difference. It doesn't get taken out here. They just hit the AD just as it starts to go down, but then the other AD will pick it up, and boom, it's done. So not sure he got quite a good amount of value out of that, but those hogs are looking pretty healthy. So he does have 1 more heal left over. He's dropped all of his hogs. He does have one heal to push him through those skelly traps and the king that's pounding on him. He'll go ahead and drop it on top of that mortar right next to the cannon, and will be plenty of hogs to go ahead and take that out. I don't understand the AI here when they finish. They'll go ahead and take care of these skellies, and then they'll go ahead and one-shot the king. We just see that happen all the time, that the hogs do what hogs want to do. This time they actually look like they did go right on the king, but I think we'll see in other attacks that they kind of just do whatever they want. So hogs are on cleanup, gets a fantastic split. King is dropped up top again for some of the cleanup all the way on top, and they trigger that giant bomb. I think that was a double giant bomb that right next to that town hall. Don't even know where the other one was, but that's all right. It was completely crushed. Way to hit that number 8. Good attack, man. All right. Okay, number 9. Let's take a look at this. This is a common internet base. I don't know what it's called, but they used it 3 or 4 times in this war against us at different bases, or different people use the same base with the little tiny variations. The weird thing about this, he grabs the lure with the hog. I don't know what's going on with his wizards here, but they'll go ahead and do the standard whiz barbarian kill. But check out what the wizards do. The dragon goes down, no problems with these barbarians. This barbarian's running under, and then the wizards, after they kill this dragon, they just decide to go run right underneath the balloon. And just, I guess, the open target, just kill me. Boom, there we go. And I don't understand that. I've seen it when buildings are next to wizards and they do that, but I've never seen it done when they add nothing in between the balloon and the building. So just weird AI again. So Golem is dropped down. It's just going to be a cold-blooded entry. Wall breakers go behind it to open up that first compartment. Funnel is created where the king and Golem are going to be rerouted into there. Wizards are kind of backing them up. King rages up and triggers a giant bomb, starts pounding on these things, and it's time to send in the hogs. So he's going to go ahead and send a semi-surgical, like a 4-finger drop or a simultaneous drop, one after another. And then send it around the horn as it goes counterclockwise. And did I say counterclockwise? The other one? I don't know. Whatever. The other one was clockwise. This one is counterclockwise. So anyway, triggers giant bomb. Those hogs are needing in life support. I don't think they're going to... There they go. They get it right there with that last heal. And he's got 1,000,000 hogs being beaten on by the king. They're taking care of these last 2 defenses, and then they will go ahead and turn on the king and basically couple shot him with their hammers and just pound on him. And now it's just time for cleanup. He's got a few wizards. He's got 2 giant bombs, wall breakers left over, which he just goes and lets them explode. And we're in cleanup time. So that's the way you GoHo, not mass hog, you GoHo that base. And that golem is just pecking away at the wall. He doesn't think he's ever going to get through. Good attack, True Alpha. Way to get the 3 stars there. Okay, number 10. We're going to do a reverse GoHo. Again, True Alpha is getting a 6-star war here. Another 3 stars here for this particular attack. He will go ahead and send his hogs in here for... I don't know if this was a cleanup attack, but he sent a whole bunch of hogs in there, which actually worked out good, because check out like the train of archers. He has to send in 1 more hog just to make sure he gets them all. The pros of putting all archers into your clan castle is look how many hogs he had to make sure to get all those archers out. Bad side is poison and they're all down, no problem. So he's doing the hogs, the loons in here first, and they are going to go ahead and clear this pathing for the hogs, because the double giant bomb set is right there between those wizard tower and the other 2 buildings that went down, the other 2 defenses. So at this point, the hogs have no chance of pathing over to there. So he'll send his king down there for a king swap and to tank for that cannon, then do a 2-finger drop to go ahead and send those hogs up there. He'll go ahead and even drop his clan castle hogs there, which he could have dropped a little bit more up or to the right, just so they didn't have to travel so far. And then he'll go ahead and send his loons in there a little early. They'll get taken out by that air defense. He could have waited for that hog to actually finish that, but they'll last till that long, and then the hog will go in there and finish them off. Anyway, drops his heals, makes his way around the base with the hogs, and they only have 2 more defenses left. Tons of skellies behind them. So they will go ahead and turn on those skelly traps, and it's all over with this base. So we're going to go ahead into cleanup mode. It gets a really nice split with his hogs, and they do trigger that giant bomb on cleanup, but there's only a couple of them, and it's all over with. So nice attack, nice 6-star war. Okay, so if you want to see how to take that same base out with a different style, and instead of using a HoLo, we're going to go let you see how you do it with just mass hogs, no loons whatsoever. Same base design, same base bomb placement. So he'll drop the king in there, the giant in there, and he'll basically sacrifice these hogs to go ahead and take out those defenses, and then the double giant bomb. I don't know why he used so many hogs. I don't think it was necessary to use that many, but still not a bad trade-off for a double giant bomb trip, so that's great. And I tried to get the other giant bomb that is next to the hidden Tesla, but didn't work out that way. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and anchor down the bottom, then use barbarians and wizards to kill the clan castle. Everything's great there. Use another giant as fodder, as the hogs are 2-finger dropped in from the bottom left, and then drops the rest of the hogs into from the bottom right. Still has 2 more heals left over after that first heal is dropped. He'll go ahead and take care of that wizard tower and then move over to the sweeper. He'll rage his king up on the bottom to start cleaning up things. Use his second heal towards that core, and then he'll drop the rest of the hogs in from the top. And he's running pretty low on hogs here, so I've got to make them stretch. You know, that heal will help things going. There's only 2 more point defenses. A couple other hogs eat a giant bomb. Very, very fortunately standing right on the edge of the heal. They'll take care of that last Tesla and then the last cannon, and then they'll start doing the cleanup. King's just roaming around. We'll go ahead and beat down these. Oh, he doesn't want to beat down the wizards. He just completely walked right past them. So we'll do cleanup mode here. Everybody's cleaning up. Drop the poison on the king, and they will not. They'll go ahead and knock him out, and then take care of that last storage unit. So nice 3-star raid. Nice 3-star attack by Excalibur. Let's go down to number 16. We're going to watch Sen use a GoVaHo in here, and he's going to use a quad quake, and he'll brought with that. So, I mean, he's going to completely crush this base. He'll send a derpy giant in there to go ahead and trigger the clan castle, and then I believe he anchors all the way down in the south, uses the quad quake, and we'll go ahead and fast forward this as that archer is firing, and then he'll use barbarians and wizards to take that out. Everything is great, no problem. And I'll send a nice wide funnel through with those golems, and they'll start tanking for all those point defenses, the cannons and the archer towers, and the splash damage from the mortars. So he'll send his giant there down from the bottom to go ahead and take out that Tesla and kind of tank for those wizards, and they'll all make it towards the core. So the Valkyries are now set in, as they have nowhere else to go. They're not going to stray at all, and they'll make their way right towards that core. The golems are still tanking, and you know, those Valkyries will smack down those defenses, and then really have nowhere else to go but straight into that core. Does have that extra heal left over, and we'll see where he uses it. They're going to tear up this this core. He'll go ahead and send his hogs in there. He's used them all in from just that bottom drop. So they'll go ahead and take out that wizard tower. Tesla will pop. A lot of point defenses there to hurt his hog, so he has to drop his heal there. There are no giant bombs in that core. There's no space for them. So the king and Valkyries and everything will start pounding their way through there and make their way through the archer tower and cannon. One more cannon left. And that's all that we're done with this base. We're in cleanup mode. Everybody's going to clean up. And it looks good from here. So completely smash that base with the GoVaHo. Nice attack, Sen. Alright, let's go watch another GoVaHo on number 18. And we're going to see Danker get his 6-star war, another 3-star attack. The one thing I want to say about this one is we're going to watch when he uses the quad quake, because a lot of people will just drop the quad quake down initially, but he's very patient with his quad quake. He needs his giants to tank a little bit for the wizards to create that funnel for the Valkyries. So we'll go ahead and see him get the lure here. He'll go ahead and drop that, bring that down here to anchor on the bottom and take care of the dragons and the balloon. As soon as that balloon is targeted, he can drop his golems in there. Now, if he quad quakes into that bottom area where the sweeper is, these golems will start to go reroute in there, and the top archer towers and some of those cannons possibly would not be targeting the golems. So, you know, he's got to take advantage of that right now, where he drops all his whizzes down for the funnel to create so the Valkyries don't go astray. And now that those buildings are trashed, he can now drop the quad quake in there, and then as soon as that quad quake is dropped, now the golems will go ahead and reroute in there, and they'll pretty much be out of the art. There we go. They start firing on the wizards, and they're out of the way. So yeah, it's a great great use of when to drop the quad quake. The Valkyries have been dropped. You know, they're going to make their way into the core. He'll drop a heal into that core and let the Valkyries tear through everything that's in there. They'll trip some giant bombs, as you see. I think there's only one more giant bomb left in the space somewhere, unless that was a double giant bomb, which it looks, no, it was not. I don't know where the other one is. But that's all right. The hogs are, you know, they're being brought in there. They do not have any heals, so they're flying solo on this mission, hoping that the King and the Valkyries will tank for them. There is one more defense that's fortunately firing on that bottom hog, which was very lucky because they have some skellies on them, and that Wiz Tower would do some serious damage to low health hogs. So the King will help the hogs and start banging on those skellies, and now it's just time for cleanup. So not a very good split. The King and the Valkyries will kind of play catch up with the hogs. Does have that barbarian hitting that bottom building there, doing his job, working on it, and the others will help him out and then take care of that storage. So nice attack, Danker. Way to bring the stone or the shattered entry and show us how to do it. Last one. Let's go for number 20, and we're going to look at another HoLo, Invisible Kid. But this time is not a reverse HoLo, so he's going to use the hogs first, except for that one that he drops down to go ahead and trade a 1-for-1. Anytime you can get a 1-for-1 defense per unit, take it. I mean, there's only so many defenses, especially damage defenses, that if you can get the 1-for-1 on each one, you're doing great. So he'll go ahead and trip that giant bomb as well. Notice there's nothing in the core except for air defenses and archer towers, so no giant bombs. So he's got to clean out that core before he can drop his loons in and clear the outside. So he'll do the standard wizard and you know, barbarian kill for the clan castle. That wizard on wizard, the evil wizard wins. The two minions to go ahead and try to do it, but they'll finally come out triumphant. And now that you know, that minion's going to start the cleanup process on his side. But it's time to go ahead and drop the giant in there to tank a little bit. Not really too necessary. That giant was, you know, it's not really tanking too much for those hogs. But anyway, he'll go ahead and drop the hogs in there, and their goal is to make it into that core. He will go ahead and heal. He's brought 3 heals with him. And he'll heal once through all that point defense of the archer towers and Teslas that are popping. Drop some more hogs in there, and now he drops his loons. Great timing. I mean, he's got that bottom AD down, and yeah, it's just time for these loons to go ahead and start cleaning up these cannons, which obviously can't hit them. So that last AD goes down. Drops a nice poison on the skeleton traps, and I mean, look at the balloon parade, the weapons of mass destruction here of balloons that have nothing to hit them whatsoever, mortars and cannons. So yeah, it's just time for cleanup right now. The only thing that could stop him, he does have a heal left over. The only thing that could stop him is if there were skelly air traps, which there are not, because they already took care of them against the hogs on the ground. So just completely crushed this base with a HoLo. Uses the kind of swag heal. I mean, he actually did heal the balloons that were hit. So don't know if it's swag, but whatever it is, it's a great attack. So anyway, that was pretty much the recap of the war. Some great attacks there by our guys. And I'm going to go ahead and show my attacks that were, I think I had one 94% 1-star and one 2-star 96%. I just, a couple tweaks here and there, and I would have gotten the 3-star attacks. But, you learn from your mistakes, and this was not a very close war. I think when we started, we came out the gate shooting, and it was never even a close war. So, look, hopefully you guys will take these attacks, get a chance to see how to beat some of these common internet bases. You'll take these strategies, go get yourself the 3-star attacks and the 6-star war, and hopefully we will be able to show you a new arranged match that we're doing against. I think it's One Hive. It's either Alpha, One Hive Alpha, or One Hive Genesis. I think it's One Hive Alpha. So we're going to try to match up with them next. So I'll be jumping over to WHF2, and maybe do some streaming, maybe do some live ninja attacks. I don't know what we're going to do there, but it will be a good war, as One Hive is a fantastic clan, and I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, I hope these attacks have helped you, and we'll see you next time.